Hi, my name is Doug Imbo. I'm from the Winch Company, and today we're going to demonstrate a log skid for you. We found a large log down in a wash where we can't get to with our pickup truck, so we're going to try and pull it up here and then skid it in for some firewood. This particular log is about 24 inches in diameter by almost 11 feet long, so we figure it probably weighs pretty close to 2,000 pounds. Now today we're using our mid-size solo chainsaw, which puts out almost 6 horsepower, and so a 6 horsepower saw tied to the Winch will pull about 3,500 pounds in a straight pull. So we think we should be able to pull this one off. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is get our anchor point set up. So we're using our Winch trailer hitch mount, and we're just going to replace the trailer hitch that we have on the pickup right now. So the first thing we're going to do is just pull the pins out of this trailer hitch and get ready for the other one. Out that one goes. And this is our Winch trailer hitch mount. Just goes in exactly the same way as your standard trailer hitch into a 2-inch square receiver. Line up the hole, in goes the pin, and the safety pin on the other side. Now our anchor point is ready to go. So I'm just going to put some gloves on so I don't pinch my finger as we're setting this into place. Now the Winch trailer hitch mount doesn't require any tools. There's just an anchor point on the bottom of the Winch where we're used to anchor it to anything we want anchored to it, chains or whatnot. But it works great here because it just drops into a slot and slides forward and locks into place. That also allows us to swivel back and forth when we're winding up to have the cable wind on nice and smooth. Now in order to hook onto our log, what we need to do is spool out the cable. So we have to disconnect the clutch on the Winch, which is just simply turning it clockwise around until it disengages in the sprocket, and then we're ready to pull out the cable. So now what I'll do is I'll run the cable down, hook her onto the log, then we can come back, re-engage our clutch, fire up our little solo chainsaw, and pull the log in. Okay, now that we have our Winch all prepared, we're going to grab the hook and take it down through this wash over to the log and hook her up so we can pull. It's kind of rough terrain, so we know that we're going to be digging into some of this gravel a little bit, which is going to add to the weight of the log. So we'll see how we do. Oh, there we go. Ready to hook it on. I've already prepared the log with the Winch tree saver belt and a hook, so it's ready to go. Okay, now that we have our cable strung out and attached onto our log, the next thing we have to do is re-engage the clutch, which again is very simple. You just have to make sure you're lined up with one of the holes in the sprocket and spin that into place. It makes a nice click. You know you're engaged and everything's ready to go. Now we should put on our safety glasses just to make sure we're safe, and fire up our saw, and we have to make sure we take all the slack up in the cable before we hit full throttle, and then we can open it up and start pulling that big log in. Okay, we're going to take up the slack. Okay, let's go. We brought her right up through the wash. Isn't that amazing? Hey, the Winch does it again. This log that we just pulled in with the Winch across the butt measures exactly 24 inches and just a bit over 10 feet long. I suspect by my calculations that it probably weighs pretty close to 2,000 pounds.